Welcome to Oshkosh North High School as Oshkosh Media Sports presents boys high school basketball. It's a battle of Oshkosh. The North Spartans entertain the West Wildcats. Hello, welcome to our game broadcast alongside Stuart Atkinson. My name is Matt Menzel, and always intriguing when it's North against West. This particular matchup for the Spartans, they have 5 victories and 3 defeats. They sit 3-2 in conference play. For the West Wildcats, they have 3 victories and 4 defeats. 2-2 in Fox Valley Association play. Stuart, what are you looking for in this matchup?
Well, it's a rivalry game, so it's exciting. Both teams know each other, but for North, they're going to have to slow down West as they can score, and they can score in bunches. Carter Thomas leads the way with 20.5 points per game, and then, not a big drop-off when you go to Caleb Fuller as he gives you 18.5 as well, and then Overstreet also in double digits with 10.5. And North, they're going to need some big scoring from their leading scorer as well, Jalen Kigo, with just under 20 points, and then dealing with 15.5 as well. So both teams can score, both teams can push the tempo, and North, they're going to run that 1-3-1 defense, and let's see how West can attack it.
You take a look at the Spartans, their starting 5 consisting of Josh Dilling, Garang Dang, Ethan Tesmer. You mentioned Jalen Kiago, who is averaging about 20 points per game, nearly 7 rebounds a contest. Matthew Berger will be one of the men in the middle for head coach Brad Weber. Oshkosh West countering with Riley Fry, Sam Trout. The aforementioned Carter Thomas at over 20 points per game. Caleb Fuller and Jacques Overstreet for head coach Mike Johnson. Wildcats in their blue, Spartans in the white, and we are underway. Glad to be along from Oshkosh Media, from Oshkosh North High School. Well, the Spartans coming averaging over 73 points per game, and they can score in bunches. They've scored as many as 96 points in the game. They've surpassed 80 in 3 out of their first 8 games. You see Dang with the first shot attempt for the Spartans. Now the Wildcats also can be explosive. They've scored as many as 80 points in the game, but when they win, they've been averaging over 76 a contest. And they get the first 2 points in this one. Sam Trout with the bucket.
Trout finding a soft spot underneath the rim and is able to be in that pop-up zone, immediately go up.
So a bounce back here for Sam Trout, who did not score in the team's last game, which came on Saturday, part of the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook shootout hosted by Concordia University of Wisconsin and Mequon, a 64-44 loss against Onalaska. A Spartans foul here that goes. That against Matthew Berger, his first and the first down the team. Wildcats also in that Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook shootout won their first game of the event. That was on Friday last week, knocking off Eau Claire Memorial 77-71. It's a team that so far this season has yet to lose 2 in a row. They've got to win 2 in a row. Trying to avoid a second consecutive loss while trying to win in this gym for the first time since February of 2008. Dang. Berger goes to work with one hand. Nice spin move around the defense of Sam Trout.
Beautiful little post move there. One power dribble. He did his work early. Got great position. All he needed was the one power dribble to get to the rim.
And now the takeaway. To the bucket, score 2. 2 point for Ethan Tesmer. And quickly back to the way. A block on the backside from Dang. Dang now for 3. Out of bounds, last touched. That by Matthew Berger. What a block by Dang, able to get back and take away what looked like a for sure 2 points for the Wildcats. Instead it stayed 4-2 in favor of North.
You can feel the energy in this gym right now. Every pass, every shot, the crowd is electric, and another turnover for West.
Dunked off for Tesmer, who's fouled. He went airborne and got knocked down by Caleb Fuller. But a couple of turnovers now against the Wildcats have led to opportunities here for the Spartans, who have scored the last 4 points in this first half. Fuller's first on the Wildcat free throw rattles in for Ethan Tesmer. He came in averaging 2 points a game. The senior already with 3. Rebound into the hands of Caleb Fuller. You're right, though, when you talk about the atmosphere, the energy level. How about the athleticism on both ends of the floor? Always fun when these teams get together. High-flying affair, typically a high-scoring affair. Off the back rim there for Fuller. Dang. And Berger on the kick out. Tough shot. Foul drawn here by Jalen Kiago. And you mentioned it, tops of the team in scoring, tops of the team in rebounding after he showed a number of flashes last year. A lot of promise shown last year. He averaged over 6 points, nearly 5 rebounds a game. Able to knock in the first free throw. Was the second foul against Caleb Fuller, team foul 2. Wildcats bringing Max Peachtrick into their lineup as both free throws go for Kiago.
It's early, but West needs a basket here, as you don't want to get down too big in this atmosphere on the road, even though it is a split student section, as it's an in-town rival, as there's plenty of Oshkosh West fans and students.
That ends a run of 7 consecutive for the Spartans. 2-point for that for Overstreet. Jockheads Overstreet began his high school career at Appleton North as a freshman, now in his second year with the Wildcats. 7-4, North with the lead. 14:50 to go here in the first half. Rebound hauled in by Carter Thomas. He's physically strong, very skilled wing player. Quite the range to his shot. Carter Thomas, who scored over 1,097 career points with the Wildcats.
This is a rivalry game for West, but even though they do face this team twice a year, the first couple of minutes, there's an adjustment period because not every team plays a 1-3-1 zone. So it's going to take them maybe a few minutes to adjust to the trapping of the zone, as you can see the trap right there.
Yeah, that attempted trap that Tyler Benner was able to get around. Now Benner having his pass taken away by Josh Dilling, and then foul. Is Dilling. Comes with 14:28 to go here in the first half. Couple of changes here for North. So the inbound, following a West foul against Tyler Benner, his first. On the pass to Tesmer. Scene of the game is Cooper Edis. And the one-hander goes for Ethan Tesmer. Man, has he been active to start this game? And again, we look at numbers, take it for what it's worth. He was averaging 2 points a game. Well, he's been the offense early on for the Spartans.
He's already got 5. He's doubled his scoring average already. And the rivalry games, the role players come to play in these games.
He's making his first appearance. Has been limited. His first appearance since December the 10th when he appeared in what was a 72-43 victory at Appleton West. 9-4, the lead for the Spartans after West jumped in front 2-0. Tesmer feeling it, continuing to feel it. He is back. He is looking to get to 100% health. 11-4 in favor of the Spartans. High pass is hauled in by Overstreet. Here's Thomas. We'll talk about Thomas as we go along, but he too is getting close to 100% as well. 3 balls off the mark. Missed quite a bit of time with an ACL tear. A couple of changes on both sides. The Wildcats bring Riley Fry back on. He's among 8 seniors for the Wildcats. They have a lot of experience bringing back 9 of 16 players who played on last year's 8-win team. 6 of those 8 victories came in conference play, in which the Wildcats finished in 8th among 10. Everybody looking up at the Kimberly Papermakers. That was Kiago. You also had Tesmer, now a loose ball foul is going to go against Jalen Kiago. And so he will pick up his first. And for the Spartans, that's going to be team foul number 2.
Only one foul on Kiago so far, but he is their leading scorer, so keep an eye on and see if he gets his second, but he is headed to the bench right now.
Dang and Caden Lassay into the north lineup. Fry. Following that bounce pass, looking to go back that direction. You have Nick Poila into the game for West. They keep possession with 12:40 to go here in the first half. 7-point lead for the Spartans. Fry. Last year averaged about 5 points a game. His number is right around that same total so far through 7. We have a Spartans foul, which is going to be their third. Will be the first that goes against Josh Dilling. So a 7-point game. Thomas, so far with a 3-point shot, that's been about it as far as his offense goes. He had scored in double figures in every game, but the team's last, looking to regroup after he was limited to 6 points against Onalaska. Want to go back door, but a tip pass ball being worked around by Trout. Want to look at that 3-point shot to drop. So a couple looks from deep for Thomas. Again, that's well within his range. He's a 3-point threat. And not afraid to shoot from way downtown. Dang on the spin. Dilling deflects out. Back to the way comes Riley Fry. This is what the Wildcats want to do, though. They want to get down the floor in a hurry. Pick up the pacing. Nice find inside. 2 points for Sam Trout.
And you said that's what West wants to do. They don't want to get in the half-court offense and go up against that zone. They want to push the pace, get easy baskets, and launch from downtown.
A foul off that 3-point attempt. 3 free throws coming up for Josh Dilling. 11:32 to go here in the first half. 5-point lead for the Spartans. And the Wildcats see their 4th team foul. The first against Carter Thomas. Unable to keep his body from flying into Josh Dilling. Gets the first of 3. Dilling last year a 2nd team all-conference honoree, a 12-win Spartan team. Five of the 15 who played last year are back in uniform for North. As they play their first of 3 consecutive here at home. 5 of the next 6 will be right here. The last weekend was spent in Sheboygan at the Raider shootout at Sheboygan North. A win against Plymouth, but a championship game loss against Roncalli last Saturday, 54-52.
Bit of a danger zone for West. It's early, but already down 8, and it's not because they're not necessarily getting shots to not fall. Thomas has missed a couple, but they've had their struggles just getting shot attempts against this zone defense, and they've done it. They haven't been able to get out and push it, which is what they really want to do.
Well, you mentioned, though, Thomas with a couple of 3-point misses. But then how about number 2 and 3, all averaging double figures? Caleb Fuller has been quiet so far. He's got a couple of personal fouls. Able to get back and score 2. 2-point for Matthew Berger. But then also you have Overstreet, number 3 on the team in scoring, who's been limited to a field goal make. So the top 3 have 2 points among the 3, and Dang able to score 2. A turnover leads to a quick layup there for Dang to make it 18-6. Thomas on the miss. 10:40 to go here in the first half. A 12-point lead for the Spartans right now with momentum. Dang. Boy, you see 3 or 4 teammates combining for the rebound. It deflects away, and Kiago able to take advantage. And a timeout here for Coach Johnson and the West Wildcats. Spartans off to a quick start, up 20-6. 10:21 left here in the first half of play. We'll step aside. You're watching high school basketball on Oshkosh Media.
For far too long, animals on farms and ranches were not afforded protections to ensure their humane treatment and care. Luckily, times have changed, and more farmers are raising their animals in accordance with American Humane science-based standards, which offer ethically driven consumers humanely raised products. The next time you're in the grocery store, be sure to choose foods that are American Humane certified. To learn more, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
At one point it was 2-0 in favor of Oshkosh West. A 7-0 North run would follow, and they now have opened up a 26 advantage with 10:21 left here in the first half. Lots to cheer about so far for the Spartans faithful. Their students have seen 5 different players score for North, led by 7 already for Ethan Tesmer, who not played since December 10th against Appleton West.
Well, that's where it all started. They got it down low to the big fella Tesmer, and West didn't have an answer. He had a couple tough shots, couple fadeaways, and then just not being able to get into their offense. Let's see if this corner 3 helps.
Well, that's a start. That 3 ball for Caleb Fuller. And so the top 3 scorers on this roster now have a combined 5 points. Kiago with an answer. So each team trading off a 3 ball out of the timeout.
Kiago staring down Oshkosh West bench after nailing the 3, so you can tell it's a rivalry game.
Thomas 0 for 3 to start the game from beyond the arc. Had a nice look too as he took a step back to get beyond the line right in front of the north bench. Dang attacking. Berger scoring his 3rd field goal.
And North's offense, they're knocking down perimeter shots. They got big fellas down low, Berger and Tesmer. They're hard to guard right now on the defensive side.
9:15 to go here in the first half. Berger, a reserve on that state championship team a couple of years ago. Moved into a starting role last year and has been part of the starting 5 ever since. A change here for North. As the Spartans bring Josh Gilling back onto the floor. 9 minutes left till halftime, a 25-9 Spartan lead. Last year, these 2 teams split, each taking care of business on their home floor. Fadeaway off the back rim for Kiago. It was a 65-51 North victory here last January 8th. A 52-51 West victory on their home floor back on February 15th. Good ball movement leads to an easy bucket for Sam Trout.
Yeah, beautiful passing there, attacking the zone. They get a little bit of penetration, and that opens it up. And then once they dish it down low, it's a nice touch pass for the basket.
Trout with a 6-point start. Dang, gonna dump it off on the inside of Berger, all kinds of hands, able to take it away to Fuller, and it leads to a layup that's no good for Overstreet, but we're gonna have a goaltend call. It's gonna go against the Spartans. Hit the backboard. So 2 points for Jacques Overstreet. Off the goaltend with 8:11 to go here in the first half. And Cooper Edis back in for North. 8:11 to go here in the first half. And you and I were talking during the brief break. Okay, yeah, at that point it was 20-6 in favor of the Spartans. But again, with West's ability to get up and down the floor, there's going to be plenty of possessions, an opportunity to get right back in this game. And sure enough, starting to chip away.
Well, and it starts with their defense too, because they can't get into their offense, which is up-tempo when they're taking the ball out of the basket every time. And if they can cool down the Spartans a little bit, that'll help their offensive side too.
Off glass for Kiago. Now West does give up over 71 points a game. Something that has to improve this team is to put it together and make a run in the FBA. Gonna go back door on that cut by Caleb Fuller. West able to catch a break. 7:42 on the first half clock. Inbound here for Overstreet. Coming off a 12-point showing against Onalaska on Saturday. Got to anticipate, picked off by Dilling. No look pass going inside. On the kick out by Berger, nearly stolen on the ground. Who wants it? Picked up here by the Wildcats, Overstreet. Fuller, picked up on by Kiago. Lobbing it again. Thomas able to come up with it. Count the bucket plus the fouls. He got undercut. How did he get that basketball considering you had two Spartan players right in the passing lane to pick it off, and somehow it came right to Thomas. Thomas able to get the deflection, score the bucket, plus he also benefit from a fallen Spartan who undercut him.
Yeah, now he's got an and one opportunity. You get an easy bucket. Now if you knock down this free throw, you see the ball go through the basket twice for you. An easy bunny, a free throw. Let's see if it heats him up from downtown. His first basket of the game. West is going to need him to score if they're going to get back.
Lassay picks up his first. Thomas completes the three-point play. 27-16, the North lead down to 11. The and one gets Carter Thomas on the board. Dang. Trying to reach and knock it away. Dilling able to run it down. Pretty good defense a second ago though by Poila. And Dilling, his fade away. That's his first field goal make. He had 5 points.
Sometimes better offense is just better than defense. That's North's third or fourth fadeaway shot they've made. And you just got to weather the storm if you're West and just hope those shots don't continue to fall.
How about Thomas, a little zig and zag. Thomas has scored the last 5 for West. Oh, but he gets going. Reigning first team all-conference selection a year ago. On the air ball, Poila on the rebound. Overstreet. Foul here by the Spartans. And that foul is going to go against Lassay, which is going to be his second. 5 fouls now against North. And a 30-second timeout being taken. Here's the inbound coming from Overstreet out of the timeout. 6:13 to go here in the first half. A 29-18 North lead, but it doesn't feel like an 11-point game.
No, it doesn't. North pretty much controlled this from tip. I mean, West did have the first basket of the game, but besides that, North controlled it. And we thought West was in a danger zone when they were down 8. Then it got big, but now they're starting to at least score a little bit.
But meaning, you look at West, and it seems like they're within striking distance. I mean, it just seems like it's not an 11-point game, that they're right there, and they do and have been able to chip away a little bit. North gets a couple of buckets. It's kind of gone back and forth since they were able to happy North create that separation.
Well, here's the positive if you're Mike Johnson. Yes, you're down 11, but the style of play, 11 points is like 5 points to some teams.
Absolutely.
Because of the pace, you can make up 11 points in a matter of 3 minutes.
And now you're starting to see Thomas hitting shots. He last year averaged over 24 points a game, scores as many as 45 in a game. But he's got that scoring ability, and already this year he's been able to score as many as 32, which came a couple of games ago against Eau Claire Memorial. Here's Thomas for 3. What did I tell you? He's starting to heat up. He has scored 8 for the Wildcats. All have come in the last couple of minutes. It is 29-21. Spartans, 5:43 to go here in the first half. Dilling's turn for 3. Long rebound hauled in by the Wildcats, brought in here by Noah Alford now into the game. 3 ball, halfway down for Overstreet. Tesmer, who is back on, he was the first Spartan to deliver a punch to start this game with his scoring ability and a double dribble against Matthew Berger.
I didn't have an opportunity to mention it earlier, but when Thomas missed his 5th shot and he did not have a basket, North student section started chanting overrated. You might not want to do that to a guy scoring 20 points a game, only 5 minutes into the game, and just like that, he's got 8.
And he will get his shot attempts, so it's, again, only a matter of time.
Yeah, they're going to fall, and we've seen it.
That 3 ball won't stay down for Riley Fry. Honeycombed out.
Couple rim outs now on back-to-back threes by West.
Boy, a tough shot there for Kiago. Looking for a foul where the Spartans. Coach Weber trying to plead his player's case. Coach Weber back for his 3rd season following 18 seasons as an assistant with the Spartans, but he was promoted. What a first year as the Wildcats bring Caleb Fuller back in, but Coach Weber taking over. He was named the Associated Press Coach of the Year after he helped lead the Spartans to a state championship and a school record 27 wins a couple years back. Following the takeaway, missed layup by Tesmer. It was Dang on the steal. Rebound for Nick Poila.
Great read by Dang, finding Tesmer. Tesmer just put a little too much on it as it just didn't stay in.
Air ball there for Thomas, offensive rebound. 4:25 to go here in the first half, and Thomas stepped out of bounds. He was trying to elude the oncoming high-flying Josh Dilling. So 4:22 to go here in the first half, 8-point game at 29-21 in favor of the Spartans.
Couple of shots for both teams in and out. Lately, the missed layup by Tesmer, couple corner threes that were down and came out for West as well.
Kiago taking one way, going the other. Not much room to work with, but kicks it out to Dang. His long deuce. Rebound hauled in by Nick Poila. And taken away by Dang. Quick hands. Dang gets around the defense of Thomas.
What a Euro step there by Dang. Beautiful.
3:50 to go here in the first half. 10-point lead again for the Spartans. Thomas, that bounce pass. See the quick ball movement. 3-ball off the heel of the rim, flies out to Matthew Berger. Not a bad look there for Carter Thomas. And now inside, offensive foul against Ethan Tesmer. So take away the bucket. Tesmer with the offensive foul. And it looked like Fuller taking the charge.
Yeah, Fuller slid right in there. You got to give credit to Tesmer. He's aggressive. He's already got 7 points in the game. You like him attacking the rim.
And that's gutsy on Fuller's account because he's playing with 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, that's a huge call in the game right there. But it looked like he was there and set. But like you said, that's a huge decision by Fuller trying to take the charge, and it pays off.
Fry to Thomas. 3:15 left in the first half. Nice up and under. Sam Trout from Thomas. 31-23 Spartans. Right now giving the Wildcat students something to get excited about. Dilling goes for the higher percentage shot after faking out a couple of defenders.
Yeah, you got to respect Dilling out there. He's a big 3-time shooter, averaging 15.5. He gets the defender to bite on that pump fake and then just silky smooth mid-range jumper.
This after he averaged a team best almost 15 points last year. Had 17 and 10 point showings in the split against the Wildcats. Thomas zips it inside, Overstreet gets the friendly bounce and roll. 6 now for Jockett's Overstreet.
Overstreet forcing it there. Looked like he could have just went right into the body and drew the foul. He kind of faded away a little bit and got a lucky bounce.
Berger, Dilling, 3-ball. Well, the story on Dilling is he can score in a variety of ways. We've seen now in back-to-back possessions. He came inside for higher percentage 2, and then he was able to jack a deep 3. Same results. The answer, though, for Caleb Fuller. His second triple.
Dilling, first player in double digits for either team. And let me tell you, when you're left-hander, it just looks smoother when you're shooting it. It just does.
90 seconds till halftime, 36-28 North. Dang for 3. Fry. Wild take here, and Dang will push their direction. Blocking foul against the Wildcats. I love how, nifty Dang is. You talk about the Euro step on the one bucket, but he makes it look so effortless. His ability to make some of those swift moves, hang on to the basketball.
It looked like he was gliding down the court there.
As it skates on.
Yeah, it looked like he almost was going to Euro step again. It was kind of like a half Euro step, and he drew the foul.
That one against Overstreet. And one for Fuller.
What a play there. Steele, beautiful dump off. He could have passed it to Fuller right away, but he dribbled it down the court, drew the defender into him, wrapped around past to Fuller for the and one.
I beg your pardon, that was Trout.
Or Trout for the and one. Either way, beautiful wraparound pass there, and now Trout is going to have an opportunity for that three-point play.
He's in double figures with 10, make it 11. It's only his second double-figure scoring performance of the year. His other came against Appleton North when he had 12 back on December 17th. Second foul against Matthew Berger. Under a minute to go here in the first half, 36-31 Spartans. They've been in the driver's seat with the exception of a 2-0 Wildcat lead. Dang. Had it knocked away. That was Overstreet. Fry. Backdoor, score 2 points. On that backdoor cut with Max Petrick.
Petrick finding the soft spot underneath the hoop. And when you move without the basketball, you will be rewarded.
It's a 3-point game. 18 seconds on the first half clock. Action-packed first half here from Oshkosh North. Dilling for 3. And a 13-point first half for Josh Dilling. At the break, 39-33. North with a 6-point lead. The story for North is Dilling. The story for West has been the play of Sam Trout. Not the big three, but Sam Trout has come on. He's put together a second double-figure scoring performance of the year.
Yeah, and that three there at the end by Dilling. All the momentum was on West side going into halftime. And now that three there. Now West is still in the game, obviously. They got a lot of momentum. They're only down 6 after being down by 11. But that shot by Dilling to lead them into the half, give them a little bit more of a cushion than a one-possession game. Right now it's anybody's ball game. And just West doing a great job of weathering the storm and making the second half coming up even more special to be waiting for.
All right, so it's 39-33, North with a 6-point lead. You're watching high school basketball on Oshkosh Media.
Explore the riches of prehistoric and early life that spans 13,000 years in the new People of the Waters exhibition at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Discover how the Ice Age transformed the landscape. Experience living in a full-size recreated longhouse. Uncover the past and learn the secrets of the fur trade. People of the Waters, a new interactive exhibition at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Discover more at oshkoshmuseum.org.
At halftime, a 39-33 lead for the hosting Oshkosh North Spartans. Oshkosh Media, they produce a number of municipal videos for the city of Oshkosh. Let's take a look here at halftime at what's new from Oshkosh Media.
Hi, I'm James Robbie, Director of Public Works for the City of Oshkosh. The City of Oshkosh Public Works Department is made up of 7 different divisions with a wide variety of responsibilities. These divisions are engineering, streets, sanitation, central garage, water utility, wastewater utility, and the stormwater utility. Our job in Public Works is to provide Oshkosh with quality, safe, and dependable infrastructure. Some basic duties include design and construction observation of public works projects, maintenance of streets, collection of garbage and recycling, and maintenance and fueling of city vehicles. Additionally, the water utility provides water that is safe for consumption, ensures adequate water supply for the fire department, and maintains our city's 4 water towers. The wastewater utility treats all sanitary waste in accordance with EPA and DNR regulations, while the stormwater utility manages stormwater on a citywide basis with a primary goal of reducing flooding impacts and complying with environmental regulations. The City of Oshkosh Public Works Department does so much more than what I have time to list here in this video. I encourage you to explore our website or call any of our division offices for more information. Thank you for taking the time to learn about what our department does for you, and thank you for allowing us to serve you, Oshkosh.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. green, green, green.
Making it green starts from the ground up, so make sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Test your home for the presence of radon. Go to epa.gov/radon.
Make it green, green, green.
Go Transit is a reliable, cost-effective, and safe way to get around Oshkosh. Riding the bus is easy. It all starts with planning your trip. You can plan your Go Transit bus trip using one of our route maps, which is also available on the Go Transit website, Google Maps, or by calling our office. The bus only picks passengers up at designated stops. Make sure to arrive at your bus stop a few minutes early. When the bus gets to your stop, hop on board. If you need to, ask the driver to kneel or lower the platform for you to step into the bus. A ramp is also available for passengers who use wheelchairs. Before finding your seat, pay your bus fare. You can either pay with cash in the fare box or simply show the driver your Go Transit bus pass. Take a seat, enjoy the ride, and keep an eye out for your stop. When your stop is next, pull the stop request cord to let the driver know you plan to get off the bus. Make sure to pull the cord before the bus reaches your stop, as it will only stop at stops where people are waiting or when someone requests a stop with the cord. Once the bus comes to a complete stop, you may exit out the front or rear doors. Do not cross in front of the bus if you need to cross the street. Wait for the bus to drive away and then cross the street when it is safe. Go Transit provides over 1 million rides per year and is proud to provide transportation services for citizens and visitors of Oshkosh. For routes and times, fares and passes, or detour and alert information, visit ridegotransit.com or check out Go Transit's Facebook and Twitter pages. Thank you for riding Go Transit.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
I'm Todd Burns. I'm a Street Division Supervisor with the City of Oshkosh. We're going to talk about the excavator that's behind me. It is a John Deere 250G. We use that excavator year-round. We use it for a variety of things. We do city demos with this excavator. This is the same excavator that we removed the foundations at the Buckstaff's property. The excavator is 60,000 pound operating weight. It is 188 horsepower, and it can also reach a depth of 21 feet. The bucket is just a little over 2 yard capacity, and it is 4 feet wide. We also have another bucket, and that is primarily used for ditching. The difference between the two, the ditching bucket doesn't have any teeth on it, so it can smooth out the soil. We have one primary operator that does most of our demo work. He's most familiar with this machine, and he is very safe and conscientious.
Installed in 1982 with the Menominee Express, was operated by DEG Enterprises of Neenah. The City of Oshkosh Parks Department took over operations in 2002. The train operates during the summer season and is very popular with roughly 25,000 riders per year. The train consists of the 25 horsepower gas engine operated by summer staff and 2 passenger cars with 6 seats each. Pick up your tickets at the Children's Amusement Area concession stand at Menominee Park and hop on the train at the depot on the opposite side of the building. Leaving the depot, the train begins its 11-minute journey by crossing the bridge and swinging around to the far side of the lagoon before looping back towards the depot. If you hear the train crossing signal near the entrance to the children's amusement area, that tells you the train is passing through on the way to the tunnel and then back to the depot where passengers disembark. The Menominee Express has been entertaining passengers for more than 3 decades, and you can help us make sure it continues to do so. Every year, the engine's torque converter and transmission have to be serviced. Wheels have to be rebuilt, and worn tracks need replacing. For more info on how you can help fund these annual maintenance costs, call the Oshkosh Parks Department at 920-236-5080. If you've never ridden the Menominee Express before, stop out and see why so many people enjoy this Oshkosh icon every year.
My name is Tori Heidemann. I'm the crime analyst at the Oshkosh Police Department. I'm here today to talk to you about our new app called Relay. You can download Relay free on the App Store on your cell phone. And what you can do is report any non-emergency situation or tip to us via the app. You can either just report it as something that you would type, or you can take a picture as well and send that over. It'll go right to our officers' MDC screens, and you'll be in touch with an officer from the Oshkosh Police Department directly, and they will let you know if they follow up on the tip, if they start a call in our computer systems, and where that has went from your tip.
You're watching high school basketball on Oshkosh Media. Get ready to begin the second half of this boys matchup between North and West here at North High School alongside Stuart Atkinson. My name is Matt Menzel. And what a first half. First half certainly, Stuart, that would see North in the driver's seat, but West, they've been able to take what was a double-digit deficit, and they're right back into this game. It had not been for a 3-ball right at the end of that first half. All of a sudden, you're looking at a 1-possession halftime deficit.
Yeah, you said they got it back down to 1 possession, 6 at the half. And once they were able to get in the flow of their offense, push the pace a little bit, after North, I mean, they came out of the gates shooting probably over 60, 65%, and they were knocking some tough shots down, and then West wasn't taking care of the ball. Give credit to West for fighting back. Give credit to North for punching back as well and hitting a big shot at the end and still taking the lead into the half. But for West, Trout comes into the game averaging 4.2 points. He's got 11 at the half. He's been a big X factor. And then Tesmer for North coming in just averaging a couple points. He's got 7. And all of his points were in the first 5 minutes.
As he's getting healthier and healthier. 13 for Dillon, 9 for Kiago. The top point getter for the Spartans, Dilling, hitting some big, deep shots that first half wore on. Thomas with the first look for West. Carter Thomas, 8 points. Nice stretch of 8. 3-ball that won't stay down for Kiago, but an offensive rebound. And Kiago from 16. He's in double figures with 11, his 8th double-figure scoring performance. He has also scored 20-plus points in 5 games. Off the back rim, Caleb Fuller at a decent look.
Yeah, if you're Fuller there, it might be easier to just use the backboard there. Tough angle.
Dang. Left it short, rebound tapped out Dilling. And now it's a one-on-none and a one-hand layup. As Overstreet giving everybody hopes of a dunk. We'll set her for the easy 2-point layup. Still counts the same. It's a 41-35 North lead.
Beautiful touch pass by Thomas as he never even had possession. He just tapped it out in front of him. So that basket was made by Thomas.
That 3-ball stays down for Josh Dilling. He has 16.
Yeah, 16 points for Dilling, and the left-hander's been hot from downtown as well. That's his 3rd 3-pointer.
Seems like even his 2-pointers have been just inside the arc. So he's been shooting from a good range throughout and hitting a high percentage so far tonight. Fry with an answer. Riley Fry, who averaging about 6 points a game, scored no more than 4 in any one of the 2 meetings last year against North. Kiago on the spin. And the first foul here in the second half comes with 15:56 to go.
And we've been talking a lot about Dilling, rightfully so, as he's got 16 now. But Kiago had 9 at the half, already with the basket, so he's in double figures with 11. He's got an opportunity to push his total up to 13 as well, as he's been knocking down perimeter shots along with attacking the paint.
Overstreet picks up his second personal. Kiago now with 12. Well, West trying to win here for the first time since February of 2008. Last year, when they beat North in February, was their first victory over North since December of 2010. 7-point game. Can North continue to be in the driver's seat? Fry, this time, won't stay down. Another good look, open look.
Yeah, that's Mike Johnson's system. You got an open 3, let it fly, and they've been falling. You're happy with that look if you're Coach Johnson.
Right now, if you're the Spartans, you love the way this game is playing out. Not only because you're playing with the lead, but at least for West, it's a lower scoring start to this one. Big difference. When this team wins games, they're averaging over 76 points a game. When they lose, only about 58, 59 points a contest. So a big difference between when things are really good and when things are not so great.
Yeah, and that's because of the style they play. They play up-tempo, so they're pretty much going to give up points, regardless, you would think, most of the time. And if the offense doesn't show up, it's trouble.
They're certainly one of the more in-shape teams that can get up and down the floor from start to finish. The first North foul in the second half goes against Lassay, his third. Inbound for Overstreet. Thomas. Well, I thought about the 3, did the Wildcats. Overstreet dribbles back out, draws the defensive attention. That leaves a wide open look here. Wide open look, and the 3-point field goal for Sam Trout. That's Kiago around and out. Counted, and the foul for Thomas. Now that last 3, we showed you Trout, but give the 3, that 3-pointer to Fuller. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have nightmares trying to keep Trout and Fuller.
Well, the 20 and the 30, their jerseys, when they're running up the court, it's so hard to tell.
You look at, even from the distance right here, they kind of have the same look, the same build, the same hair, the same shot, the same everything as Thomas gets the and 1.
Well, let's talk about Thomas now. He started off rough, then had an 8-0 run in a matter of about 4 minutes. Not 8-0, but he scored all of his 8 points in a 5-minute span. And 1, let's see if that heats him up a bit.
Dilling on the 3-point miss, Thomas on the rebound. 14-10 to go here in the second half. Don't look now, it's a 1-point game, and West has the ball looking for their first lead. It's 2-0.
They were just down 7 less than a minute ago.
Don't blink.
Both these teams can score in a hurry.
Well, you had the 3-pointer that was knocked down by Caleb Fuller, then the 3-point play for Carter Thomas. And now the inbound for Overstreet. See the defense quickly race out on Thomas. Overstreet. Fry's open, but Thomas well guarded. Offense resets. Important possession here. Not trying to force the issue. Fuller, gives it away. Berger on the takeaway. 3-point field goal as Reed Secker into the game, the sophomore. Secker coming off a 4-point showing the team's last game on Saturday. Nice drive to the bucket for Fuller, and a timeout here for the Wildcats will be a full timeout. So now Fuller with 11 among 3 in double figures for the Wildcats, who stay within a couple at 48-46. You're watching high school basketball on Oshkosh Media.
Explore the riches of prehistoric and early life that spans 13,000 years in the new People of the Waters exhibition at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Discover how the Ice Age transformed the landscape. Experience living in a full-size recreated longhouse. Uncover the past and learn the secrets of the fur trade. People of the Waters, a new interactive exhibition at the Oshkosh Public Museum. Discover more at oshkoshmuseum.org.
13-15 left here in half number 2. It's a 48-46 North lead over West. How about Reed Secker coming into the game? The sophomore comes in. What's he do? Gets the ball. Nonchalant. Fires a 3. Knocks it down.
Yeah, we're talking all day about how both these teams can score in bunches and in a hurry. He comes into the game, and there's no shot clock in high school basketball, but if he was, he would have used about less than 3 seconds of it as confidence coming off the bench.
West as close as 1 here in the second half. Back down 2. Dilling. Look at Dang. Ball being worked around the perimeter by the Spartans. Josh Dilling. Yeah. Edis back onto the floor as well. Dang had a pop free. Fry flipping it back to Thomas. 3 ball. Tip in Overstreet, tying the game at 48.
Well, hops by Overstreet as he timed his jump perfectly and tips it in for the tie.
He's the 4th Wildcat in double figures. 2 with 10 plus for the Spartans as they regain the lead. Dilling with a game high 18.
Dilling with the answer, just goes right down, goes to work in the paint, little half spin, left-handed push shot, and gets the friendly roll.
Looking for Thomas in the corner. See Fry bob his head one way, saying, Thomas, go that way. Instead, what appeared to be a lob flies out of bounds. The closest Wildcat inside was Sam Trout. Kiago back in. Got a couple of double-doubles this season, one against Superior, the other against Appleton East. 11:45 to go. 2-point lead for the Spartans. Dang, with Dilling trying to enhance the advantage. He's going back to the free throw line. He's done a pretty good job in this game as Dilling. I don't know what it is about his shot, but he hangs a little bit, and he's drawn that contact. We saw it on a 3-point attempt in the first half, which was able to come out and knock all 3 free throws down.
Well, I've seen enough to know what Dilling's move is, but it's so good. It's so hard to stop because he can knock down the perimeter jump shot. We've seen him knock down a pair of threes. He's knocked down the mid-range shot, as you see him knock down that free throw. So you have to run out on him on that 3-point shot as he knocks down the second one as well. And then as soon as you do, he goes right to his mid-range and pulls up. It's just brutal.
Foul against Trout, his first. Dilling has 20 points. It's the 4th time this season he has scored 20 plus, as high as 28 against the Ghosts of Kaukauna. Thomas going inside. Good ball movement. Fry attacking his jump pass. 3 ball short out of the hands of Fuller. Offense resets. Fry, a deep triple. And it's batted and hauled in by North. Out there right now is Mason Day. 3 ball off the back rim for Kiago. High flying board for Trout. On the push, lead feet, too much on the pass. The flush off the hand of Fuller off the bottom of the backboard. Dilling all the way to the cup with the right hand over Overstreet. 22 for Josh Dilling, 9 here in the second half. And back to 6 goals the Spartans lead after this game at one point was tied at 48.
That's a tougher shot than it looks because Dilling's left-handed, and he finished that with his right, going up and under using the rim for protection.
10:28 to go. Tip pass, Thomas though brings it in. Kiago got a piece of it. Thomas going down low, Fuller kicking it back out, and Trout wasn't ready, nor was the pass on the mark. I think everybody thought Fuller was about to go up for it.
I think Fuller got a little nervous with those long arms and those trees down there. I don't mind the idea of him trying to kick it out as they were open, just an arid pass. Good idea, bad execution.
6-0 Spartans run. Day with 10:02 to go here in this second half. That's going to be team foul number 3.
Haven't called Day's name much today as he's only averaging 3.5 points, but he's got an opportunity to knock a couple free throws down and push North's lead up to 8.
Nick Poyla picking up his first, and Day does in fact hit the first. Changes on both sides. Reappearance for Tyler Benner. And for the Wildcats. Dillon getting a breather right now for the Spartans. And both free throws go for Day. 8-0 run. 56-48 Spartans. To pass. Berger got a piece of it in the takeaway.
Bit of a danger zone again for West as they tie it up, now down 8. And a basket here would push it to double digits for the Spartans.
Boy, so hard to get back in this game and eventually tie it. And right back down 8 again. Never ending. Climbing to the hill right now for the Wildcats. Shot forced by Kiago, looking for a foul.
One positive is both of these teams scoring bunches with the pace, so 8 points still.
And again, the possessions will be there as Thomas. 9:13 remaining. Zips it inside. Fuller again goes back out with it. Thomas a deep 3. Again, well within his range, but Kiago the board. He'll push into the paint, to the bucket, and 1. .14 for Jalen Kiago. 9 minutes left here in the second half. Kiago looking to complete the and 1. 10-point game. Third foul against Fuller.
Kiago seems to be the energized bunny for the Spartans as we've already seen him kind of taunt the bench of West a little bit, and you saw again after that and 1 kind of looked over in the direction of West bench, and he gives a little flair to this Spartans team.
How about an 11-0 run? Right now, that's what these Spartans are enjoying as Thomas passes it off. Overstreet with a long 2. High flying putback, not there for Trout. And some miscommunication. Kiago never did break for the ball that was airmailed down the floor and out of bounds. So the Wildcats catch the break. Can they take advantage? 8:36 to work with. It's 59-48 Spartans.
That putback would have been huge for West, and those are the baskets they need to start capitalizing on, and they do there.
Trout with 13. His first points of the second half. Going inside, somehow, it's Mason Day. He's come on and produced 4 points. That's his first field goal. 61-50. Overstreet. My goodness. You talk about range. Jacques Overstreet, 61-53.
Mark that basket down if you're watching at home, as that could be a turning point for West as they were down 11. Let's see if that shifts momentum a bit.
I'm venturing to guess, too, as a defense, they'll give them that shot all day long. I mean, that was a deep three-pointer, but showing the ability to make it. 61-53 as Dang hangs, shoots, rolls in. Garang Dang now with 6 points.
Yeah, a little quiet in the second half after a fast start to the game, but he's been able to penetrate West's defense throughout the game.
Reed Sekar with a foul. His first. And both teams make changes, which will include Josh Dilling, the high point man with 22, back onto the floor for the Spartans. 3 fouls now against the Spartans, only 4 against the Wildcats, so not real dangerous territory yet in the team foul department with 7:14 to go. Still some fouls to give. Fuller, though with an offensive foul, is going to be his 4th.
Well, I think Fuller got away with the travel there, but I think he would have rather had the travel, as now he's got 4 fouls.
Now there's 5 team fouls. Petrick back in for the Wildcats and taking the spot here of Fuller. Head to the bench with 11 points. 7:07 to go. 10-point lead for the Spartans. They're looking to avoid back-to-back losses. They've yet to lose multiple games in a row, but one of these teams will experience their first multi-game losing streak by night's end.
Wildcats got to get some stops. The offense is going to come, you would think they're going to make somewhat of a push, but if Spartans keep making baskets, once you're down 10, you can't trade baskets now.
A turnover off the hand of Ethan Tesmer. I haven't talked a lot about Thomas yet. He has 3 points here in this second half. Hasn't had a ton of touches either. Has it here. He'll fire a 3. That's going to be a loose ball foul. It's going to go against Max Petrick. So Petrick on the foul, which is going to be his first. There's the last foul of the game. That's team foul 6 against the Wildcats. 6:38 to go. Now the big question with Thomas, he tore his ACL into last year, missed spring, summer, fall, recovering from surgery. And big question coming into the year is, would he be able to play at 100%? Would he be close to 100%? Well, he's had a heck of a season so far with 20-plus points 4 times. He scored over 30 twice. And again, his points per game average down slightly, but he's still averaging over 20 a game.
Yeah, anytime you're scoring 20 points a game, you are an efficient, well, I shouldn't say efficient because you may not be efficient, but you're an effective scorer, to say the least. 20 points at any level is a high volume scorer.
He had 21 and 24 in the 2 meetings last year against North. So far in this one, limited to 11. How about the Spartans' response?
Tesmer, 7 points early in the game, quiet in the second half. Nice jumper there to push the Spartans' lead up to 12.
It's been a 17-5 run since this game was tied at 48. Great response here by the Spartans. Kick ball against Dang. 6:02 to go.
Spartans been efficient on the offensive side, but this run has been because of their defense. Wildcats, they haven't been able to really get the ball in the paint, and then they've missed a couple bunnies as well, and then they gave up that one long 3-point shot, but other than that, they've really been forcing some tough shots by the Wildcats.
A game that would see North up 6 at halftime at 39-33. Only lead of the game as Thomas took his eye off the ball for a minute, had it knocked out of his hands. He touched it last. Only lead of the game for the Wildcats at 2-0. North came back, scored the next 7. They've been playing with the lead or the 1 tie since.
Wildcats pressuring now full court. Trap, they're going to go for the 3. And it's
Thomas
Thomas.
had lots of time to think, set up, and fire. 14 for Carter Thomas, and an offensive foul as Thomas takes the charge against Dang. So Thomas takes the charge. Dang with the personal, his first. That's going to be team foul 4. Leads to a timeout. 5:35 to go. 65-56, North with the lead. You're watching high school basketball on Oshkosh Media.
The Oshkosh Public Library is home to books, music, movies, video games, and more. Amongst the many computers with internet access, the library also offers printers, photocopiers, fax machines, study rooms, and a book sale area. Returning checked out items is simple. There's a drop-off area within the library and another one set up on the east side of the building. One of the library's main goals is to make using the library a part of everyone's daily routine. So stop in today, register for your very own library card, and take advantage of everything that your Oshkosh Public Library has to offer.
Carter Thomas trying to re-energize the West Wildcats, hits a 3-ball, and then draws the charge that goes against Garang Dang. Out of the timeout is going to be West ball. They're down 65-56. Able to battle all the way back. Coach Weber's team, seeing their lead evaporate, was tied at 48, but then they responded thereafter, built the lead right back up to 65-53, but the Wildcats, again, with the way these teams play, an opportunity here, get themselves right back in this game, and still time to be played.
Yeah, they're still down 9, but that three-pointer gets it to 9 instead of 12. They force the charge there, get the ball back, and with the pace of play, like you said, they're going to have opportunities here. It's just a question of trying to get some stops and keep the Spartans off the scoreboard.
Overstreet. In the corner, Fuller. He's back out there playing with 4 personals. Going across the way to Thomas. Overstreet. Going inside. Trout. Can't finish. Rebound Berger. Dang. Tell you what, that was a lengthy possession, too, to come up empty. Inside of 5 minutes left here in this second half.
And if you wonder, it appears that the Spartans are starting to slow down their offense just a tad here, as they're still going to push the pace when they can. Well, you can already tell this is probably the slowest possession they've had so far. Clock at the Spartans' friend at this point in the game.
Mason Day going to go right back to Berger. Knocked it a bounce by Trout. Stays with the Spartans. 4:28 to go. And get rid of sub in for the Wildcats, Max Petrick. Look there at Jalen Kiago. You can see Coach Weber talking directly to Kiago at one point during that timeout huddle. Looking for the junior to come up big. Dilling has come up big. One of the Spartan seniors. Mason Day has had a couple of key moments here in this second half. Here's Dang. Spoon feed inside to Berger.
Nice penetration there. Shovel pass to Berger. And that Berger layup there, getting that lead back up to double digits.
67-56 inside of 4 minutes left. Dang almost taking it away. Nice job here by the Spartan defense to swarm toward the ball, though Fry able to fire and hit the 3. That quick ball move gave us enough time to fire before defense came flying out his direction. And Fry making the most. He has hit a couple of 3s.
See if the Wildcats can get a trap here, force a turnover.
Dang will go to the free throw line with 3:21 to go. Around a 68% free throw shooter. North collectively around 70%. 17 fouls, so a bonus from here on out. It's the second foul that goes against Petrick. But you said it earlier. You know, this is a Wildcat team. Yes, they can score, but they have to come up with stops because it seems like when they don't score, the Spartans don't score, although you could argue because they've been able to build that lead back up, but it just seems like there have been stretches there where the Wildcats score, the Spartans come right back and answer.
Yeah, the Wildcats are not in a position to be trading baskets. Right now, positive, the topped, negative. Spartans are shooting free throws, but they missed them both.
Yeah, Dang misses both, but the offensive rebound for Berger. Kiago. It's a big possession. 10-point game.
That one hurts big if you're the Wildcats. You get lucky and get a couple missed free throws, and then you give up a putback.
Thomas with 16. 8 per half. 2:55 to go. 69-61 Spartans. Dilling. Over the hand of Matthew Berger.
Well,
There's
there's
a
the
stop
turn.
that, the Wildcats have been looking for.
Yeah, there's the turnover, and still only 8 points here. Plenty of time for the Wildcats, but they got to get baskets fast. Still want to look for a quality look, but you don't have too much time to be looking for it.
Talking all game long about the possessions being there. There's a 3-ball. Fuller able to knock down the 3. (69-64). 2:15 to go. And we were just talking, though, about Wildcats, the possessions being there, but their last couple of offensive possessions, they've been a little more patient, looking for a quality opportunity. Now, as you mentioned, the Spartans taking their time. Question is it a blocking foul? Is it a charge? It appears to be a charge on Dane.
Took a while for the ref to make the charge call. The players knew it. They were all walking down to our side of the court. And then the ref finally giving the charge call.
They give it to Dilling, which is going to be his third 15 foul. They have a foul to give. 2:01 to go, a 5-point game at 69-64. And to think, just 2 minutes ago, this was an 11-point game.
West has an opportunity to cut this game down to a one-possession game with plenty of time left. So again, you don't want to rush if you're the Wildcats. You don't want to take your time, but you'd rather take an extra 10 seconds to get a quality look than to just force one up. Plenty of time here.
Overstreet to Fry. Overstreet against Dang. Minute 38 to go. Thomas to work. Makes it a 3-point game. Carter Thomas with 18. What do we have here? Whistle blew. Thomas may be bleeding in the elbow, right elbow. And right now they're looking for, well, let's see. He went over to show his coaching staff and nothing coming of it, so back to play we go. Dang, with that pressure D coming his direction, a timeout being taken here by Coach Weber. This will be a 30-second timeout. 1:23 to go. 69-66, North up by 3. And again, they've been playing with the lead throughout, but to the Wildcats' credit, they've been able to find ways to get themselves back in this game on a number of different occasions.
And probably a smart timeout there too, as Berger was bringing the ball up the court for the Spartans. Not who you want bringing the ball up the court. And you can forget, if you're North and West, you can forget the lead you lost or the lead you trimmed into. You just got to focus on now. You got a minute 23 left. It's a one-possession game. If you're North, you want to take some time off the clock and get a quality basket. You're not going to hold the ball for a minute 23. West is going to put some pressure with their defense. Right now, Weber is probably drawing up a play, trying to get a backdoor cut to the hoop or maybe an open shooter on the wing. And if you're West, Johnson, you're telling your players, do not foul. You do not want the Spartans to get easy points at the charity stripe, but you do want them to be aggressive. You want them to try and force a turnover. A minute 23, that could be another 15 minutes of real lifetime. Plenty of time in the game.
Both teams in a single bonus. If a jump ball occurs, arrow benefiting North. 39-33 North at halftime. West came back, tied the game at 48. 11-0 run thereafter, and North has again been playing with the lead ever since. They're up 67-56 with 4 minutes left in this half. Well, that leads down to 3. Last 7 points belong to the Wildcats. Ball knocked out of the hands of Kiago. Down he goes, and they call a kickball. It's going to go against Kiago. It's going to be Wildcat basketball with a minute 7 remaining.
I like the no call there. Let the players play. Could have been a block or a charge. Like the no call there. And then it appears the Spartans with the kicking violation. Here we go. This is what everyone came to see. Minute left, one possession game. Doesn't get much better, especially in a rivalry game like West versus North.
And again, the timing being what it is, you don't have to settle for a 3. Overstreet. Pressure coming out on Overstreet, who draws a double team, and before he gets himself in more trouble, a 30-second timeout being taken by fifth-year Wildcat head coach Michael Johnson. He knows his rivalry, both from a playing standpoint and from a coaching perspective. And look at Coach Weber across the way. 56.6 seconds remaining. 3-point Spartan lead. Game to the scene. Carter Thomas score 18 to lead the Wildcats among 4 in double figures. Josh Gilling, though, with 22 to lead all scorers for North among a pair in double figures for the Spartans. 56.6 seconds to go, and I beg your pardon, still a foul to give if you're North, and 5 team fouls against.
Let's see what Johnson drew up here in the huddle, if they're going to try and get that 3-point shot or an attack the hoop.
Overstreet on the kick out. Trout thought about the 3. 40 seconds to go. Thomas against Dang. Thomas in 1. .8 seconds remaining. And a chance for Carter Thomas to tie the game. 6th foul against North, the 2nd against Dang.
That's 20 for Thomas. So all those overrated chances in the first half, he hit his season total 20 and a half. His free throw puts him over the top and ties the game.
West was down 11 just a few minutes ago. They were down 69 to 59. They scored the last 10. 27 seconds remaining. Dilling. Kiago driving, shooting. He's going to the free throw line with 20.1 seconds left. Jalen Kiago, 8th team foul against the Wildcats. 20.1 seconds left, tied at 69. 2nd foul against Trout. 16.94 Kiago. Misses the first.
Kiago looks like he is complaining about something. I'm not quite sure. Was the hoop moving or what? I'm not sure what was going on.
Well, I'm not sure if a fan behind one of the hoops had something that distracted Kiago, like a laser pen of some sort, but the referees are talking things over right now. Coming over to the scorer's table.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a kid up there in the bleachers that had a laser pointer. Again, this is all speculation right now. Not sure what happened,
but he was pretty animated after he missed that free throw about something.
Yeah, immediately, and he's yet to stop. But it appears like the refs, well, one of them's at the scorer's table now, so.
Missed the announcement. It was all muffled.
So it is going to be a missed free throw. Still unclear what the complaint was.
He missed both, but an offensive rebound. Berger to Dang, and a timeout here for the Spartans. How many times have we seen it in this game where the Spartans miss a free throw, but right there, Berger with an offensive board to keep the possession alive, and now a chance to win it with 17.4 seconds to go.
Yeah, West has been fortunate a couple times watching the Spartans miss both of their free throws, not just the second but the first, and then not boxing out, and Berger with the clutch offensive rebound. You got to imagine the Spartans are probably going to try and hold for the last shot unless they have an open look with 5 seconds or so. But you think if you're the Spartans, you don't want West to have an opportunity to have the ball unless you have an open look right away coming out of the timeout.
And again, both of these teams are in the bonus. If a jump ball somehow occurs, the arrow benefiting North. With 17.4 seconds to go, who do you want to have the ball here in this situation? You go back to Jalen Kiago?
I think you go to Dilling. Kiago just missed the 2 free throws. I'm sure he's mentally tough enough where he wants the shot, but he just saw 2 crucial free throws missed. Dilling's been hot all game. You know, he's only got 7 points in the second half, but he's got 20 in the game. He's been smooth throughout. If I'm Coach Weber, I'm drawing up a play for Dilling, or at least using Dilling as a decoy to try and open up something underneath the basket.
And you use all 17.4 seconds.
Yes, you hold for the last shot here unless you have a wide open layup.
Dilling. 12 seconds. Down to 10. 8. Dilling on the bounce pass. Berger with 5. On the flip. For the win, Dilling. And this game is headed to overtime, tied at 69.
Well, Dilling had the opportunity, not the highest quality of looks, but it was a fairly decent look, a makeable look. Got to be somewhat pleased with that shot. Pleased with the defense if you're West as well. And when it's rivalry game, overtime doesn't get much better.
36-30, the scoring differential in favor of the Wildcats in the second half. And it was tied at 48, now tied at 69 after a 6-point North lead at the break. 21 for Carter Thomas. Man, was he enormous for the Wildcats in their comeback effort. And again, Josh Dilling has 22, 13 of which came in the first half to lead the Spartans, but this one is headed to overtime, with West trying to win in this gym for first time since February of 2008 after these teams split last year. A game that was won at West by the Wildcats with their first win over North since December of 2010. Spartans looking for victory number 6, their 4th in conference play. Wildcats looking for victory number 4, trying to get back to 500, and their 3rd here in league play. Neither one of these teams has lost multiple games in a row, but one of these teams will lose their 2nd straight when this one goes final. Extra 4 minutes of basketball coming up.
Yeah, if you're West, you got to be feeling fortunate after giving up the offensive rebound. But then if you're North, you also got mixed emotions. You missed 4 straight free throws down the stretch. You had an opportunity to take the lead. At least you didn't have to have West to have an opportunity to beat you. So you were never really in doubt of losing in regulation the last 30 seconds or so. But it felt like North had an opportunity to close this out.
Well, the 2 missed free throws by Kiago with 20.1 seconds to go, and then Berger had the offensive rebound. You mentioned Dilling with that last look. This one to overtime, and the Spartans will have the first possession. Dilling. And Dang will flip it over. Berger trying to post up. Dang going to work. 8 points for Garang Dang. 71-69 Spartans.
How about that? Only 2 points in the second half for Dang, and first possession, he drives to the hoop with confidence and knocks it down.
The Wildcats get into 3 ball to be their first lead since 2-0. Been playing from behind throughout, have tied the game twice. Unable to tie it for a 3rd time off the Trout miss. Right there for the taking. Approaching a minute gone by here in overtime. Kiago. Poked away. Thomas the steal against Dang. To the bucket. Layup not there. Put back Fry. Ties the game at 71.
Thomas knew he had a trailer there, and that's why he was willing to go and draw the contact, either get the foul or have his trailer pick up his miss.
Team fouls do not reset. It's 8-6 West. Overstreet blocking that attempt by Dilling. 2:35 left here in overtime. And for the Spartans, Mason Day is back on. He had a couple of big possessions in that second half. Bounced away, trying to find Dang. It was tipped by, oh no, it was not tipped by Thomas. Just simply bounces out off the Spartans. So a chance for their first lead since 2-0. 2.5 to go here in overtime. Carter Thomas with a 21-point showing. Fuller still playing with 4 personals. Overstreet. Thomas going to back down the defense. Fuller for 3. What a bounce.
What a pass. What a wraparound pass there to Fuller, and then the nice bounce there. Shooter's touch. Just beautiful pass there, and then the shooter's roll.
Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Off the mark is Dilling's 3. Rebound hauled in by Trout.
Let's see if the Wildcats try and slow it down just a little bit. I think it's too early for that.
Thomas, no basket. Foul on the floor. Team foul 7 against the Spartans. Comes with a minute 29 left here in overtime.
Carter Thomas wanted that one to count bad. You could see him pointing to the floor and one. Doesn't get the benefit of the call.
So a 1-and-1 bonus coming up. 3rd foul against Dang. 30-second timeout Spartans, but what a bounce on that 3-pointer that goes in for Fuller. You mentioned the pass from Thomas, and the first Wildcat lead since 2-0. It's their biggest lead of the game. Minute 29 left here in overtime.
What a crazy sentence that is. You're in overtime, you're only up 3, and it's your biggest lead of the game. That's what's so great about basketball. And start this overtime, West misses a gimme layup, and then they get a nice bounce on a 3-point shot. So I guess those evened out in a sense. But in the bonus, so basket doesn't count, but Thomas will be shooting free throws. He's got an opportunity to push this lead all the way up to 5.
A 1-and-1 here for Carter Thomas. He'll get another 22 for the senior.
You think Thomas doesn't remember getting chanted overrated? He just turned to the student section of North and gave him the shush sign.
(76-71).
Gotta love the moxie from both teams.
7-2 has been the scoring differential for the Wildcats here in overtime. Minute 20 to go. Dilling on the flip. Dilling for 3. Thomas. Minute 5 to go in overtime. Had it knocked away. Down he goes. Ball on the ground. Ding picks it up. And Ding dumps it off for 2.
Great defense by the Spartans, forcing the turnover with the full court pressure, and then Dang with the basket. Couldn't have come at a better time for the Spartans.
3rd Spartan in double figures. Now Berger with a steal, able to save it into the hands of Kiago. All kinds of pressure. And he's fouled on top of it all with 39.9 seconds to go. And the Spartans are walking the length of the floor for free throws with the clock stopped. Thomas with the personal. He too may have jumped the gun by trying to quiet the student section.
Yeah, you've seen some taunting on both sides. You've seen it from Thomas, and you've also seen it from Kiago. You love it in the rivalry game, but Thomas doesn't think it was a foul. And now we see pointing.
And now you have Kiago at the line, and he has not, I was about to say, has not fared well at times at the free throw line tonight. Hits that one here to make it a 2-point game.
All these players on the court, they have confidence, and you love to see it.
39.9 seconds to go. This to make it a 1-point game. Rebound Thomas, and he is quickly fouled.
Dilling looking for the jump ball, not going to get it. And again, you said he was able to knock that one down, but he struggled at the line, especially late in the second half and overtime.
So critical to box out, which is what Thomas did. How many times have we seen Berger come through with a offensive rebound? Not to be. And now with 38.2 seconds to go, following the third foul against Berger, Thomas again can make it a 2-possession lead. 38.2 seconds left.
That free throw gives him 24 in the game. Safe to say he showed up for this rivalry game after the slow start.
Well, last year he had 21 and 24-point performances against the Spartans. This is a 25-point showing and a timeout with 38.2 seconds to go. 78-74 at West. And this one's all said and done. They will turn their attention on Tuesday. They're in the midst of 6 consecutive away from home. Will be in Fond du Lac. Next Friday at Appleton West, at Kimberly on the 14th. They won't be home again until January 17th against Kaukauna. Their first home game since December 21st. For the Spartans, they will be here on Tuesday against Hortonville as they begin a stretch of 3 straight here and 5 of the next 6. Home against Fond du Lac next Friday and Appleton East on January 14th. And these two teams will meet each other again. Another girls-boys doubleheader at Oshkosh West on the 7th of February. But a good one.
Yeah, still plenty of time for North. They're down 2 possessions, but absolutely plenty of time. They have the ball. They got plenty of time to decide if they want to attack the hoop and go for 2 or go for the 3. Now, when you attack the hoop, you have the possibility of getting an and one. You have a possibility of going to the free throw line and stopping the clock and cutting the deficit. But free throw woes have kind of showed up for North here late in the game. So you wonder if they're hesitant to try and attack to get back to the charity stripe as Thomas is waving to his student section to get loud.
What a turn of events after North had an 11-point lead with 4 minutes to go. That in regulation, and West able to come back, force overtime, and now joining and enjoying their biggest leads of this game here in OT. And now playing with a 4-point advantage. Dang. Fuller. Nearly take it away, and they call foul as Trout got fouled by Dilling with 16.7 seconds remaining.
Great defense there as a nice jab step by Dang gets him close to the rim, but the defender going straight up in the air. I've said this numerous times tonight. When you go vertical up in the air, the ref will have your back as long as you stay straight up and go vertical and don't bring the hands down, and that's exactly what he did. No foul call, and then the crucial part, getting the rebound.
Misses on the 1-and-1, won't get another, and Kiago the rebound, following the foul that went on Dilling his 4th. Dilling missing the 2 badly, rebound Fuller. He's fouled with 8.6 seconds to go, and that will be just about all she writes on this Friday. Door was left open for the Spartans. Double bonus. But Fuller stayed in this game even after he picked up a 4th foul. Still lots of time left in regulation.
Yeah, he's got 17 in the game. Knocks down that first one there, which is crucial.
A game that would see Kiago a chance to Hit a couple of free throws with 20.1 seconds left in regulation. Dilling missed the 3 balls. Time expired. And here in overtime, it has been all West. Kiago, final 5 seconds. Dang, he'll fire a 3. Hits it. 1.2 seconds to go. It's 79-77. Hold the phone. 1.2 seconds go to 2-point game. It's 79-77 following the Garang Dang 3-point field goal.
Now West trying to shut the door, and they almost have it shut, but they have left it open just a crack. Missing the free throw, giving up the 3. Only 1.2 seconds, so not a lot of time for North. But there is an opportunity. Quick foul. You get a miss. Well, you're going to need 2 misses. But there's a lot of things. If you make the first one, you want to make the second one, obviously, to make it 4 points, and then it's over. But if you do make the first one and miss the second one, you're not in terrible shape either, because there's only 1 second, 1.2 now, but by the time they're at the free throw line, it's probably going to be 0.8, 0.7, and they're going to barely have enough time to throw up a full court heave. So it all comes down to free throws right now.
West has not won in this building since February 14th of 2008. They're 1.2 seconds away from changing that stat around and beating North for a second consecutive meeting. Snuck out a 1-point victory last February. 2-point game. And it goes to Thomas. That's it. Oshkosh West comes away victorious in overtime. 79-77. Coming back from down 11 with 4 minutes left in regulation. Continuing to play hard and come through in the clutch. And they take it in overtime. That by 2 and win here for the first time since February 14th of 2008. What a victory for the Wildcats, led by 25 points for Carter Thomas, among 4 in double figures for West, who ups their record to 4-4, 3-2 in conference play. North, who was paced by 22 for Josh Dilling, they fall to 5-4, 3-3 in conference play. They've lost multiple games in a row for the first time this season. What a ball game.
What a ball game. You said it. West down early. They fight back, get it to 1 possession, they tie it, then they go down again. How many times does a team go down by double digits, come back to tie it, then go back down to trailing by double digits, and then they tie it up and then win in overtime when it looked like North had a few opportunities to shut the door?
Well, and think about this. North, even though they had a chance to win the game at the end, they scored the first bucket of overtime. It wasn't until a Fuller 3-ball broke a 71-71 tie to give West their first lead since 2-0. At that time it was 74-71.
Yeah, their largest lead of the game came in overtime, which is just ridiculous. The whole regulation, their largest lead was 2. They get it to overtime, and so often you see in overtime, the team that scores the first basket, momentum is on their side. I mean, overtime, possessions become more limited, teams slow it down. There's not as many turnovers typically because you're really trying to slow the pace down, and then it's all about making free throws. Both teams struggled at the line, but North really struggled at the line towards the end of the second half and in overtime, and that's going to be one of the biggest storylines. But besides West coming back, hitting shots, and erasing 2 double-digit deficits, it's going to be North not capitalizing on their opportunities. Offensive rebounds off the missed free throws and missing the free throws.
Heck of a comeback victory for West. You won't want to miss round 2 between these two teams when they shift to West coming up on the 7th of February. But first things first, more basketball between now and then, as North will turn their attention to Hortonville on Tuesday, the first place. Hortonville Polar Bears in the FVA number 3 in Division 2. Oshkosh West will visit Fond du Lac also on Tuesday. That will do it for our game broadcast. What a victory this is. Again, for West, taking it in overtime, 79-77. Thanks to our entire crew, from my broadcast partner, Stuart Atkinson. This is Matt Mendel saying so long from Oshkosh North. Thanks for watching. Again, your final score at 79-77. West takes it in come-from-behind fashion in overtime. Be sure to check out OshkoshMedia.org for more local content and like Oshkosh Media on Facebook. Good night and thank you for watching Oshkosh Media.